everyone and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be talking about my trip to the zoo. So when I went to the zoo a couple of months ago, I had no intention of vlogging it. But that all changed when I saw one animal in particular, which was doing something that was just too funny to not record. In case you're wondering what zoo it was, I went to the Kansas City Zoo, which I've never been to before. But enough about that, let's take a look at the animal that inspired me to start filming at the zoo. Okay, so I guess the first picture I took of the zoo is of these flowers, but the first animal I videoed at the zoo was this orangutan. Just sort of chilling, eating a snack out of a bag. I didn't think orangutans were like given bag lunches. I don't know if it's just a bag of snacks. Oh yeah, that's a funny picture of him eating a snack. This orangutan was literally just chilling with his snack. He was not bothered by any of us. We're just looking at him from the glass. We're pretty far away, so you know, it wasn't like we were right in his face, which is nice for the animals to not have to be so close to people if they don't want to be. I believe toward the end he actually started eating the bag as well, because I guess the snack was probably gone. I think at this point he's ripped the bag and he's getting all the good stuff at the bottom, you know? Those extra crumbs. He doesn't want anything to go to waste. Here's more flowers. I don't know how I got the cool blurriness in the background. I was just using my phone. It's a Motorola Moto G Play 2024. It works great for my videos. Back to animals. We're looking at an emu now. Emu. I normally say emu. I think some people say emu. I don't know which is correct. I probably should have looked it up before this video. But it's a bird. Here in the J. Lyle Cinematic Universe, we recognize two main types of birds. The little cute ones, and the ones that look like they want to kill you. Now this emu, I don't like big birds, and if you do, that's awesome. I think that's great. I'm really glad that somebody likes the scary birds. But anyways, I just want to say this emu, I'm pretty sure that he looked more menacing in person. Like this photo takes away some of the menacingness of this emu. Even things like parrots, they're not as scary. Toucans look cool, but I still feel like they would attack maybe. Herons look really cool, but I don't ever want to get near one because I feel like it would just stab me in the eye. I don't know why it would want to do that, but that's just how I feel about them. I don't think I actually have anything more to say about this. If you like emus, that's cool. Comment below. I love emus. Next thing was this sign. I liked it. It's kind of tipping over. It says camels next 5 kilometers. Oh, here's a video. These are the kookaburras, which are kind of cute, but I don't feel like they look very happy. I don't know if birds in zoos are very happy. Like, I think maybe the penguins are, because there's a lot of them and they're all swimming around and stuff. But sometimes it's just kind of sad to see birds in zoos that, flying birds in zoos. Because they're, like, in these cages and they can, like, look out and see all the, like, regular birds no one cares about. The non-zoo birds just flying around, and I don't know, I just feel like I might make them sad, especially when they're in like a tiny little cage. Here are some shells. The patterns on the shells are cool, especially this one. It reminds me of a giraffe. Here are some camels. There are 3 of them, just like in the star, there were 3 camels. This one is so cute. It reminds me of a hamster. She's just posing here. I think they're trying to get a snack, because you could pay to feed the camels. Llama face, llama face, llama face. Okay, yeah, so this is the picture I actually took. The previous 3 were all taken by my sister. Did I find more of the same flowers? Must have been planting those things all over the place. And here are the warthogs. When people see warthogs, they automatically think of Pumbaa from The Lion King. My family is not the only people who are thinking of The Lion King, singing snatches of When I Was a Young Warthog. When I was a young warthog. I heard at least one other person sing. I heard someone else mention Timon and or Pumbaa. My dad claims there are more people even than that mentioning them. It's just amazing how much Disney has influenced our culture. By the way, comment below your favorite Lion King movie. Mine is Lion King 1.5. For some reason, when I was a kid, I really thought Lion King 2 was great, but I thought The Lady and the Tramp 2 was great too. But now let's take a look at my videos of the warthogs, because one of these warthogs was so funny. And the other weird thing about this is that right before you get to the warthogs, you actually see the cheetahs. Like, they're right next to each other. When you look over the enclosure of the warthogs, you can see the cheetahs just like basically on top of there's you can see in the video. I'm not going to try to explain it. But the cheetahs are like right there. They could jump that. Even if warthogs are super tough and both these warthogs team up together versus the cheetahs, I still feel like 3 or 4 cheetahs can maybe take them on. I don't know. I don't know anything about cheetahs or warthogs, but that's not how I would place those 2 animals. You know, like when a dog gets excited, just starts running around the house? That is what this warthog was doing. Was he just nervous because there's cheetahs next to him? Was he just excited? Now this one warthog, he is just gonna settle down here for a quick little rest. It's just so funny. I was just laying down like that for a little rest. So cute. And then the other one just starts running around. running back and forth. He does this continuously. I don't know if he's trying to get the other one to play or what, but the other one was not super into it. He kind of just wanted to rest. See the pig just running around.
When I was a young warthog.
I don't know. I thought that was so funny. I don't think of them as being super fast animals, but apparently they are. They just enjoy running around. At least this one does. There's also a leopard at the zoo. I didn't record the cheetahs besides what I saw from what you saw in the warthog video. But this leopard, it was like roaring right before I started recording. There's like a bunch of people standing underneath it, and it was like on top and just roaring. And I didn't record that part, so this isn't that interesting. So sorry about that. This was a sign for a quiet area. There's a couple signs like this, I believe. And this was like the loudest area of the zoo because there was like a train or something going by. I don't know where the train was, but when I saw the sign, it was very, very loud. So I don't think any amount of quietness from us as humans really could have done anything. Oh, these are birds. I just don't like birds like this, okay? I don't like the bigger birds. They freak me out a little bit. But I did think this would be funny for like a meme. It could be like when you and your best friend get new matching hairstyles. Now this is the gorilla enclosure, but you can't really see that here because I'm zooming in on this piece of fabric. The reason this stuck out to me is because it looks just like a piece of fabric I got a few years ago from a thrift store. It was like a sheet, and it was like camouflage, like pixely camouflage. And then remember I turned it into that shirt and skirt. So anyways, the reason I recorded this was because I thought it was interesting that a gorilla at the zoo had the same sheet that I got from a thrift store several years ago and then turned into a jungle-themed video game inspired outfit. Moving on. Oh, look, a rhino. I guess I didn't record anything about the gorilla. That's okay. My sister is going to let me use this picture she took of the gorilla. The rhino video is kind of short. I don't know. He didn't seem that happy. He was kind of pacing back and forth. Another animal that was pacing around sort of unhappily was this polar bear. My mom thought maybe they were upset about the weather or something because I think maybe it was going to storm later that day. Unfortunately, this was before I decided to start recording, but here are some pictures of them my mom took. They also had these, which I believe are called lesser kudu, and no, what's even cooler than that, what I really should have recorded was the blue duikers, which are like antelopes, but they're the size of chihuahuas. They were so funny. There were so many animals at the zoo. Honestly, this is one of the best zoo experiences I've ever had. The only zoo I've been to that's better than this one is the Henry Dorley Zoo in Omaha, Nebraska, and I haven't been there in over 10 years. So it was the end of the day. This is like the last thing we stopped at, really, before leaving the zoo. But the elephant, he's just, like, waiting at this gate. I think he's just waiting to, like, go to his house where he goes to bed or whatever. But I thought it was so funny. He's just, like, sort of rocking back and forth, just waiting. Like, he knows what time it is. He knows what he wants to do. He's just waiting for it. I thought that was so funny, so relatable. It's like, the meme for this could just be like, oh, I just thought of a funny one. It could be, when you're waiting for your food to finish cooking. There's also a red panda at the zoo, which I got on this commemorative penny, or whatever it's called when you get one of those things. You know, it's like a penny that goes to the machine. I think it just came out of the machine. I don't think we actually, like, pressed it or anything. But, anyways, I have it here in my scrapbook. I don't really use this scrapbook. I got it when I was, like, 11 years old. This is what I looked like when I was 11 years old, in case anyone's interested. If you ever go time traveling, you see someone like this, it's probably me. And then if you telepass me that you watch me on YouTube, I'll probably be like, what's YouTube? So anyways, I put the Kansas City Zoo coin in. It has a red panda on it. There was a red panda there at the zoo, but it was just sleeping. It was actually really cute and a little bit larger than I expected it to be, but it was just curled up in a ball. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, bye, bye. It's time to say goodbye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. It's time to go. Time's up, we're all done. Time for me to run. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye.